All right, guys, I am live. I am live. I am live. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Happy Tuesday. And your girl Janice is live for our Beauty Supply Tea chats. Okay. I'm gonna call this a segment. If y'all have any suggestions on what these lives should be called, let me know in the chat. But we're just gonna chit chatty. And if you guys have any questions, of course, feel free to drop it in the chat. But tonight, I want to come on and talk a little bit about my latest YouTube video. So, if you guys have not seen my last YouTube video, I I talk about the transfer and the shift of power right now that we are seeing in the beauty supply industry from like Asian owned dominated stores, Korean owned stores to the Arabic owned stores, the Arabs we call them. And I have noticed this kind of transfer and the shift for quite some time. And literally every time I go into a new community, people are always talking about how they have seen an increase of the the Arab stores and a decrease in the Korean owned stores. Everywhere I go, people have seen this shift. So let me know in the comments, have y'all seen this shift in y'all communities? Have y'all seen this shift in y'all communities? And so going back to the YouTube video. So if you guys didn't see that YouTube video, I launched it last week. I launched a new YouTube video every single Wednesday. I'm dropping a new YouTube video, y'all. And so I talked about it last week, and I also dove into a lot of history about this industry and how a lot of our pioneers started in this industry, made millions, and then we kind of lost it. We definitely lost it. And now we're trying to gain it back, right? We're trying to gain back this industry. So it's a really good YouTube video. I put a lot of effort into this video. I put a lot of history into this video. And so the whole idea is for people to to be very clear about the transfer of power that's taking place right now. All right. And if you're not paying attention, we are going to look up, we are going to look up and we are going to miss the boat again. Okay. And so we need to understand there's a visible shift that's happening right now. The Arab owned stores, they're stepping in and they are very much stepping up. Very much stepping up. They're making way better stores than what the Asians did, the Korean owned stores did. And they are taking over. And I have seen this. I've seen it on the internet. I've seen it in real life. And the question I beg to ask you guys is like where are you in all of this? Where are you in all of this? Right? Because if you're paying attention, then you're starting to also see that there is a shift of black owned beauty supply stores. There's stores that are emerging, but at a slower pace than our Arab owned counterparts. There are a lot of new storefronts. There are a lot of new faces behind the counter. And so when you're looking at an industry like the beauty supply industry, which is a very profitable industry, it's underserved, and it's also literally up for grabs. So people will move in. People will see the opportunity and people will move in. And so at this point, we need to stop asking for permission. We need to stop overthinking. We need to stop waiting. And literally, it is time for us to execute. Okay. Because here's the facts. Black women, we are the largest consumers in the beauty supply industry, and we have the lowest stake in terms of ownership. Okay, we are not the face, we are not the owners. Okay, we are not the owners of this industry, but we build we build the demand, we fuel this part of the economy, and literally we spend the most money. We are targeted the most when it comes to ownership, when it comes to us actually investing in ourselves, we tend to hesitate, we overthink, we second guess, and we're trying to wait until we have perfect conditions. And there's just no such thing as a perfect condition to open a beauty supply store. The best time to open a beauty supply store was literally last year. Okay. And so if you are watching this year and that store is still not open, just know that there's other people who are moving in, and they don't look like us. Okay. Okay. There's another group of people who are about to come in, and they literally want to take over. Okay, they literally want to take over. I have spoke about this one guy that I follow on Instagram. He seems young. I don't know if he's young, but he seems young. He's an Arab dude, and he is on his page talking to all his Arab people about how he is trying to get all these investors to take over the industry. Like, there's so much money to be made. He's made millions. Him and his family has all these big mega beauty supply stores. He got a big mega beauty supply store out in St. Louis. I've been to the store. It's huge, and they have stepped up their game, right? So they not coming in light. They're not coming in light. They're spending a pretty penny on these stores because they understand the profits that these stores make, and they are opening huge stores, 30,000 square feet of space, putting a lot of money into it. And so, y'all, I say all that to say that it is our time to get together, to lock in, to get into the rooms so that we can make this happen for ourselves. Okay. So that we can make this happen for ourselves. And this is exactly why I decided to relaunch my beauty supply intensives. Okay. This is our 2-day weekend where we are literally able to get behind closed doors and focus and mastermind together as a collective on building our beauty supply stores. Okay. My next intensive that I am running, y'all, is happening June 20th and 21st. We just wrapped up one last month. Our next one is going to be June 20th and 21st. Okay. This is going to be your opportunity to get into the room, to get into the room with me and my team so we can help you build your store from the ground up. Okay. So, our intensive, y'all, this is a live workshop that we do in Atlanta, Georgia. So, literally, everyone that's in the cohort, we fly down to Atlanta, Georgia, and we work on everything for 2 days straight. If y'all not following me on Instagram, y'all need to follow me on Instagram. It's at the Retail Genius. But I give the behind the scenes of what those intensives look like, how we're working, how we create our plans to pitch to investors, get funding. We do our branding, we do our marketing, we do inventory. We literally do everything in that 2-day weekend, because what it takes people, 6 months to a year to build. Like, you're taking all this time to build out this business plan. You're taking all this time to figure out the branding. Like, we do all of it in 2 days, and we get it done so that we can just execute. And so this is what the room is for. So you want to be able to sit down and map out your exact startup numbers. You want to sit down and map out what your funding strategy is going to be, your store concept, the positioning, the execution plan on getting open, when you should get open, right? You want to be able to walk away having all of these things done, mapped out, so you're ready to move forward. All right. You're ready to get to the funding. And so, like I said, this is our way of making sure that we can get into the room and get things done. And so I literally, there's no other, this is, someone asked if this is a course. There is a course added to the intensive. So as we are preparing to go to Atlanta, we do have a course that you guys are going to be watching. That's a part of the program, right? So you'll have access to our online university, which is a part of the program, so that you're actually watching all of the courses and getting all of the foundational information, so that you're prepared to be able to come to Atlanta. So yeah, that is happening. Like I said, I'm going to drop the link in the chat for you guys. so that if you are interested in joining us at our next intensive, you can be able to do so. Y'all have any questions on the intensive or anything in general? You can actually drop your questions in the chat. If you have any questions about opening a beauty supply store, or any questions about getting started in beauty supply, you can also drop them in the chat. And if you are catching the replay, I always look at the questions and stuff like that. So you can always drop them in the chat as well. But yeah, I just dropped the link in the chat. beautysupplycourse.com/2-day intensive is where you can find all of the information about our next intensive. Like I said, we're doing one. It is right around the corner, June 20th and 21st. It's a weekend. It's 2 days, and it's 2 days for us to lock in. Okay, guys. So I am going to sign off here. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and hit me up on Instagram. Y'all should follow me over there as well. I post a lot of cool content over there. At The Retail Genius is the Instagram. And then you'll also be able to see a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. But another thing I want to mention is I am going to be dropping a new YouTube video tomorrow. I am proud of me for this consistency. I'm dropping a new YouTube video tomorrow. So y'all stay tuned for the next drop. And I'll see you guys another time. Have a good night.